Hello, Sagar bhai.
Oh, bhai, Harshit, bhai, that was a dangerous jump. Like our round today.
Exactly. It was a very scary round today. The jump was a bit easier, but the game between Praggnanandhaa and Daniil Dubov had so much, interesting moments. Two very interesting moments, actually. One, where Praggnanandhaa could have found a beautiful resource. And second,
Harshit, bhai, you jumped and directly started over. Yeah, we go to that interesting moments that we have set up here. So, Harshit, bhai, can you show the first moment? What happened here?
and this was the position where Praggnanandhaa had a chance to come back in the game because he was much worse from the opening. Dubov found a very interesting idea, and right from there, he was able to put a lot of pressure on Pragg. Here, though, White has a beautiful opportunity. Try to pause the video for a few seconds, if not minutes, to come back and see the solution because the move is this stunning move, bishop to e7. Bam. You're like, okay, I'm attacking your rook and the queen, but I can take back on e7 twice. I mean, knight takes e7 is easy to refute because queen takes h7 is finito. That's easy. But what if I take on e7 with the queen? And this is why this move bishop e7 was so difficult, because White has queen to e4. This attacks the rook on a8, but that's just part, it's just a small idea, because the biggest idea here is to play knight takes g6 check. Let's say black defends his rook with rook b8. I take on g6 with a check, and this is a disco check, because no matter what you recapture back with, your queen is hanging and White is completely winning. So after queen to e4, black had to play queen to e6, sacrifices exchange, queen takes a8, knight takes e5, d takes e5, and this is a complicated game. But Pragg has basically gotten back into the game, and it's a complicated position. Instead, in the game, he played this move rook a d1. I'll just quickly show you what he played in the game. The white bishop is on a3. He decided to play this move rook d1. And the problem with this move was knight g3 came, rook went back, bishop f5 came with a tempo, and after this, black was again completely winning. Let's see the second interesting moment, which Sagar bhai will show you.
Yes, at this point, Dubov had started to get an advantage in the game. And there came a moment where Dubov could have absolutely won the entire game. Let's look at it from black's perspective. So, white's perspective, but I'll sit on black's side. At this point, it's black to move. And you need to find what is the winning move for black. Actually, it's white move. White played the move queen d3 here, which is a blunder by Praggnanandhaa. And it's black to move. What will you do here? The move is very, very pretty. It is knight to f5. And I think Pragg had missed it. Also, Dubov did not see it. Now, the idea is you are attacking the rook. Rook takes pawn is, of course, hanging. But here is where comes a beautiful tactic. Try to pause the video and figure out black to play and win. The move is, boom, rook takes g2. And that is such a stunning sacrifice, because after king takes, you're wondering what's the move, because there's no knight h4 check. The rook simply takes it. It's actually pinned. So the move is queen g6 check. And now the king is kind of in a slightly difficult situation. If king h1, I go check and I win the queen. If you go king f1, I still give a check and win the queen. So the only move now is to go to h2, and I move in with my queen. Here I can pick up this pawn, but even the very simple queen takes f4 leads to a completely winning position for Dubov. It's quite a wonder that Dubov did not play the move knight f5. Pragg was saved, and he actually managed to hold the draw. I believe this was a big save for Pragg, because I think in this tournament, he's not at his peak. He's making errors. He's going wrong. Even Kuibakorov in round 2 pushed him.
Very dangerous match with Kuibakorov. He managed to survive though, and he's still in the competition. Tomorrow he plays with the black pieces. We have 5 Indians still in the round of 32 right now. All 5 of them drew today.
Yes, all 5 of them drew, and I have written down here, Hari Krishna managed to draw against Nils Grandelius.
With black?
With the black pieces. There was a very interesting moment in Arjun Erigaisi and Peter Lecco. They played this very interesting Sicilian, and at some point, Peter Lecco seemed to have a small edge, but Arjun went for rook a1 check, king d2, rook came back, king c1, again a check, king
And
d2.
draw.
He brought his rook back, and now Peter is thinking, he's like, should I play king c1? I'm white. Should I make a draw or not? Because tomorrow Arjun will get white in the World Cup. Is it fine to draw in 1 hour? I think all this was going through his head.
It's a big decision.
Yes, and I think he said, let's do it. And he drew, which I think can really cost him tomorrow if Arjun with white is like a monster, yeah? What do you think?
No, definitely. I think this matchup is going to be very interesting to follow because Leko is a very solid player. And yes, he lost his white pieces because Black was able to comfortably make a draw. Tomorrow, Arjun's going to come at him guns blazing. But let's not forget, it's very difficult to beat Leko. He's super solid. But on the other hand, going to tie breaks is not such a bad idea because Gandhivam is very, very fast.
But I feel that Arjun might have an edge tomorrow itself. But let's see. The other exciting game was Levon Aronian versus Wojtaszek. And I loved Levon's opening idea.
I mean, we can just show it actually. Yeah, this beautiful opening. If you come here, he started with this move pawn to e4. And okay, this is very normal.
And Wojtaszek played e5. He's a theoretical player. And he's been a second to Vishy Anand, now to Gukesh as well for the World Championship match. So Levon is like, no openings, no theory.
Knight c3 here. Okay, this is also, we've seen this before. Knight f6. And he does not go for the Vienna opening or d4. Instead, he makes this completely unorthodox move, pawn to a3.
Yeah, the funny thing is that this move is actually played quite a few times. So Levon was prepared, I believe.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, and he outplayed Wojtaszek. And he's just showing that he is in very good form here. Another player who made amazing opening prep was Jose Martinez. He beat Alexei Sarana in this Marshall Gambit, where you push your pawn to e4, takes, bishop b4 check. And Martinez had like everything prepared. He's playing his pawn to b6, g6, all these little pawn moves. And then before you know it, knight d6 check, you also go king f8. And he's better. And he just crushes Sarana with black.
No, I mean, I don't know because I don't know what's happening with Jose because of course he was a very good player, but no one expected him to
play. He's playing like 2750 or 2780, yeah?
I mean, he has had such good results online, but it's so nice to see someone like him who's a big talent, maybe did not get enough opportunities to play against the big players here. Here, he's showing why he deserves to be in round 5 of the World Cup if he manages to draw or win tomorrow.
If he wins and if he reaches round 7, he's already in the candidates and who knows, he might just get there. And there were other few games which were important. Just to tell you that from an Indian perspective, I've written it down. Pranav drew against Yakuboyev, a very solid draw by Pranav. Then we had Karthik Venkatraman drawing against Le Kwang Liem. Karthik is like, I'm not going back easily. So that's Indians there. And then we had all the other games also drawn. Like for example, Sindaro versus Yu Yangi. We had Rapport versus Shankland. Grebnev versus MVL, Sargsyan versus Liang, Lodici versus Sevian, Maksudlu versus Wei, Bluebaum versus Donchenko, Sargsyan versus Swana, and Kaimer versus Esipenko. So 14 draws and only 2 decisive games.
And you know what? Karthik actually is a 2500 player over here, and there are only 2 of them who are in this round.
Oh, wow. Who's the second
Lorenzo
one?
Lodici.
Oh, Lodici.
And Karthik VAP. And if they keep on playing like how they are playing, by the end of the tournament, they are going to be 2600.
No, and Karthik's actually highest rating was 2620 round. So yeah, he really is an underdog.
Yeah, tomorrow's day will be very critical because wherever you have draws, the one player who strikes, like imagine if you are playing the second game till move 40 is all equal, suddenly one error and you are
Your
gone.
run at the World Cup is over. Amruta, if you can just show, it's this venue started where tables were full. There were 206 players in this tournament. Now we are only here with 16 boards.
32
only
players.
32 players are playing here. It's lonely at the top because just in a few rounds we are going to see the quarterfinals coming up, then the finals, and let's wait and watch who's going to make it to the candidates. But this was the recap of round number 4, day 1.
Exactly, and guys, yeah, that's the reason it's coming to an end very soon. 2 weeks only. Please come here to Goa. People are enjoying. You can meet so many of the even accompanying people here. I saw, Levon's wife Annie. So many people were taking her autographs as well, selfies with her, which is.
And I must say this, that although all the players might go, like and only 4 will remain at the end to play for the finals and 3rd place, but all the commentators will remain till the end. So guys, we will be there if you do come. Take care. Bye bye. Good night.
It's your move.